Alrighty, welcome back, guys. Today, I'm going to go a little bit different route. Kind of tired of the way the animation looks here. I think it's a little not having the 8 directions to walk in, so we'll fix that real quick. And not to worry for you guys to actually fix that, it's free. So we'll go to the marketplace and type for, I think it's animation starter. Yeah, it's an animation starter pack here. I think that looks pretty cool. That's some ninja stuff. Okay, I'm sorry. Got to get off track. But anyways, so you're going to want to add the free animation starter pack to our project. And then once we have that going, we'll get back to it. Alrighty. So what we're going to do there, once we have that, we're going to want to go to, and might not have to do too much with it because AGR is actually going to handle, excuse me, AGR is going to handle a lot of this for us, which is awesome. So once again, AGR is to the rescue. And it's making hard things relatively easy and quick for us. So first things first, what we're going to do. Nope, and I'm silly. I guess I do need to add that to our project. So let me add it to my project. Did I add it? Yep. Okay, here we are. Alrighty. So first thing that we're going to do is we can actually just go ahead and delete this. And we'll replace his reference with our player skeleton because it's the exact same skeleton. And I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this too. I don't like having a whole lot of, and we can also replace him with our existing skeleton. I don't like having a whole lot of the same things floating around in your project. Eventually you'll have like 20 of the same things floating around if you let that happen. I'm not a big fan of that. And since they share the same skeleton, we don't have to do anything to the animations. So as we can see here, we have this jogging animation when we open up the blend space. Okay, so this is all fine and dandy. The only problem here is that this assumes that you're going to be moving all the time because it's a jogging. So it's starting with the baseline that we're jogging, and that's fine, but that's not always going to be the case with what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to change it. We're going to put this at 300, and we can leave this at negative 180 and 180 already. So the only thing that we're going to do down here at 0 is we're actually going to move all of these up one level. And down here at 0, we are just going to get our idle animation. And we're just going to add it down here on all of our zeros. This is going to serve as kind of our combat mode. And we'll get into that here momentarily. Okay, so again, you can see we can move in several different directions here. So it's already going to look a lot better than what we had going on there. Alrighty, so the next step that we're going to want to handle is let's go and handle what actually is going to happen in our animation graph. Okay. And the quickest way to that, you just go down to third person BP, mannequin animations, and third person anim BP. Okay, let's scroll on over here. Alrighty, and let's go into our default state machine. Okay, so we're gonna have to make a change here because this was assuming that that we were gonna only have this as a transition. And this was just silly logic on my part, because we want to be able to get back to this. So what's going to happen is, what we need to do is do an equal sign and locomotion, and then we're going to have an and boolean. Okay, so is the gameplay tag valid, and is it locomotion? That way we can get back to our idle run. And let's just copy paste that here, connect that up there, and save that. Okay, alrighty, so then what we'll do from here is we will drag off. We're going to create a new state. We're going to call this combat locomotion. Okay, and let's get back to that. Alrighty. So when we enter combat locomotion, much like we've already did for our transitions rules, we got to get our base pose, and we're going to check, is this equal to combat? All right, we haven't made that yet, so it's very simple. So under animation, base, locomotion, where it says locomotion, just go ahead and hit the plus sign and then type combat, and we've added that now. Okay, so go ahead and copy this, we'll paste it, and when we're not, go back. Alrighty, so once again, this is actually really simple. So all we're going to do is we're going to drag in this, I'm going to type in direction, we're going to get our speed. Alrighty, and we're going to blend this by a bool, because we need to check if we're in the air or not. So let's get our falling loop. If we are in the air, we're obviously falling, so we'll check is in air, and if not, here you go. Okay, cool. So for all intents and purposes, we should be fine here. Okay, so let's go back, and we got our third person montage there. Okay, we're good to go in here. So let's go to our character BP. Okay, yeah, aiming down the sights. And again, we already have a lot of this set up. So for our default for AGR master, yeah, we have locomotion there. Good, very good. So what we need to change is for our start ADS, and just to double check, that's the function that we made. So start aiming down the sights, we want to change to combat locomotion. Okay, and then when we stop aiming down the sights, we're going to set up base pose, and that needs to be set back to locomotion. Alrighty, let's see how that looks. Oh, not too bad. There we go. So as you can see, we're moving in multiple directions now. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a short one this week. I've been very busy with work, but I'll get back into a more consistent. I'm going to try to post at least once a week, so maybe every Monday I'll be posting one. So, excuse me, sorry. So bear with me. I appreciate you guys' times, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you.